Okay, today we're looking at the KYMRON XH26D, which is a 5,500 pound machine. And by default, it does not come with a diverter valve. It comes with a shutoff valve that mounts here. But if you need to add an auger or other auxiliary attachment, you still have to disconnect here. So what we're going to try to do is see if we can use our smaller 1 ton, the ones that are standard on the 1 ton, these 3-way diverters that work really nicely. We'll see if we can retrofit this to fit on this machine. And right from the start, you can see this was a 2-bolt. Even though there's 4 holes in this, it was only mounted with 2. This one's going to be 4. The screws that went into here are also slightly too big to go through this block. So the first thing we're going to do is just lightly drill out one of these holes. Okay, so we've got it in a vise here. I'm just going to start with drilling out 1 hole because that's really going to be the only way we can mount it to the machine for now, is with 1 hole. You will need to drill and tap a secondary hole on the machine, with this spacing. So check your screw sizes on yours, but I'm using a 5/16 drill bit. It's the nearest one I had. That's slightly bigger than the hole. Should be big enough for the screw that came out of the original shutoff valve. Okay, so the 5/16 drill bit works well. Just obviously went straight down through the hole. This bolt will slip down through there now. I'm not going to worry about opening up the countersink. There's not really room anyway, so I'll just let the bolt head stick out. Okay, we're going to clip this zip tie, kind of separate these hoses. Yours may or may not have this. This extra line here is for the hydraulic quick hitch that's pre-installed on this machine. Basically, what we can see here, our hose looks pretty big, but it really steps down into a G3/8 fitting, which is the same as the hole into here. So I think this block will be fine. I've mounted this on with the 1 screw, and it's actually really tight. I think it'll probably hold it pretty well. You obviously could take the time and drill and tap another hole there into the frame, but I'm not going to do that at this point. I'm going to start with disconnecting the thumb, which was the one coming into the bottom. And you can see there's multiple adapters here stepping up, but if we just take this one off, that's the M14 size that's standard for most thumbs and augers and things. And that thumb is going to go here on the side, and then our main supply will go on the top. So first we'll get this thumb off here, put it onto here. Okay, we got our thumb disconnected and reconnected here into our diverter. Since this has a 90 on it, I mean, you may want to do this a little bit different, but I think coiled up like this will be just fine. So you get that tightened onto there, and then make sure you go ahead and tighten down your elbow fitting. Next, we're ready to take the main supply off of the old block and put it in here. Okay, so out of the original block, you will take all the way here at the lowest nut. That will come out of the block. That is your G3/8 thread. And then this comes with a 14 millimeter out the top standard. So we'll just take this adapter out because we don't need it. And then we'll thread in this piece straight into the top of our new block. Okay, we got this started. You will need to break this joint free because this is your swivel joint. So with this free, will allow us to spin this one in, tighten it down, and then tighten this one down. Okay, we got all this installed. Looks really nice. We got our main supply coming in. We got our thumb coming out the side, and then we'll have our auxiliary here. And here in a minute, we'll add on our optional hydraulic quick couplers for our auger or tilt bucket. But for now, I'm going to head over to the other side and get that side completed. This one, looking at the machine, the left side is the one with a symbol of sort of looks like an H, and that symbol will be on the bottom. And for our right side, the symbol looks sort of like a little box. That once again will go on the bottom, and our thumb will go here into the elbow. So I'll get this put on, and then we'll come back, finish it up. And just a little tip, it does work best to break these free with the original block still mounted. That way you're not trying to hold it in the air while you try to break these free because they are tight. So just break them free, don't take them totally off, and you can take this out. You can unthread these. You're going to have some oil, obviously drain out the top. Do it on some gravel or be ready to catch the oil as it hits the ground. Okay, so we've got the right one done. Once again, the right one has the little box icon that goes to the bottom. Our thumb is going to wrap around here, nice and neat, into the side. Main supply goes into the top. I've got everything tightened down nice. One screw holding it in, which actually is pretty solid. Obviously keep an eye on it. There are lock washers normally from the stock screws that came out, so keep that on. That might keep it snug. I've zip tied these to try to keep this extra quick hitch line as clean as possible. And that's basically about it. So if you just have the diverter kit, that will be the end of the project for you. To switch between your thumb and auxiliary, you'll just move this bolt, put a wrench on here, and turn it 90 degrees. That will flow from your thumb to your auxiliary. We're going to continue on now and go ahead and put our optional hydraulic quick couplers on here and go ahead and hook up an auger to it. Okay, here we've got the hydraulic quick couplers. These are really nice quality. By default, they come with an M14 on one side for your hose and the G38s on the other side for your block. So we'll take out this fitting, we'll put the one side into here, then we will kind of flip these around so we got a male female on each side, and then a male female on the hoses, and for each attachment. That way you just need one set for each attachment. Alright, so I've got these laid out the way we'll want to do it. So, and this is all that it's included. So you'll want to flip one of these fittings around. Make sure if you got the female here and the male, for the machine side you got the G38s on the end, and then the hose side will have the M14 and M14, which will take the hoses. So we'll be all set up. If you get another attachment, you'll just need one coupler set, and that'll feed another set of hoses. Okay, so we've got the machine side on here. Like I said, we took the stock adapter out, screwed this one right in, make sure everything's snug, and we got this over here on the right side. We got our auger hoses we're going to set up today. As mentioned before, we already got our quick coupler on here, and then we've got our elbows that come standard, and generally these are always M18, which is standard and normal for most auger bodies. Okay, the auger will come with these plastic plugs. You'll pull out the plug, you'll put in the elbow from your auger hose. You may kind of want to leave it at an angle, tighten all your fittings down, and then we can take the other end of our quick disconnect and plug it right into our coupler that was already in our block. What you're probably going to want to do is go ahead and pop those elbows off, grab a socket, tighten this fitting down good, and then you can tighten the elbows back down a little bit better. So this is a 15/16 socket or a metric equivalent. This one fits nicely. Okay, we've got our elbows back on there. You'll want to do the bottom one first, tighten that nut up, that way you've got access for the wrench. Tighten this fitting up, and then you can put your top one in, tighten that down, and then tighten your hose. So that's about it for the hydraulic connections. We've got our auger head loaded, we're connected to our quick couplers, and we're ready to put the auger bit on, see how it works. Okay, we've got our auger bit on. Now we're going to look at our valve here. So based on this, the arrows are a little bit confusing, but in this orientation, with the arrows like this, we're feeding our thumb. And now in this orientation, we're going to be feeding our auger head. And here's the right side for reference. Once again, this is feeding the thumb in this orientation. Now we're feeding the auger. All right, time to power this thing up, see what we get. Okay, it works awesome. So doesn't hurt, go back, check all your fittings, check all your connections, make sure everything's tight. It's pretty easy to forget one here or there, so make sure everything's tight and we got no leaks. I think we're all set. So now the final thing to remember, since I shut the machine off with pressure still in this line, if I pull this off, it'll have pressure in here, and you'll almost never get it back on without having to loosen this connection and to release some pressure right here. So here's the trick. With the machine off, hit your thumb pedal. Your machine may have a different pedal, but just hit that a few times, release all the pressure in the line. All right, now we're gonna pop this off. And we should be able to put it right back in since there's no pressure in here for the next time that we run it. Okay, that's the trick to release pressure, to be able to put your auxiliary attachments on and off without pressure buildup. So you see how quick that was? Next time we put this on and off, no more mess. Just pop that on and off and we're good to go. So our valve looks nice here. We've got nice coiled hoses, nice protected hoses here. Once again, this is Adam Parsley with Parsley Equipment. You can get these KYMRON machines, you can get these attachments, everything we've looked at from parsleyequipment.com, and or you can order directly from our website, diggersource.com. It's diggersource.com. You can get these valve kits, you can get the additional quick couplers if you want them. You can get augers, you can get auger hoses, and a whole lot more attachments. diggersource.com. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this with helpful content, and you can find all you need about KYMRON equipment and Digger Source at parsleyequipment.com.